Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are doing a 20-minute full body strength workout using dumbbells. Today I'm using a set of 10-pound dumbbells just to keep it nice and simple, but make sure you use whatever you have access to at home and whatever suits your strength levels. There is no warm-up or cool-down provided in this workout video, but I always provide warm-ups and cool-downs in playlists linked in every single description of every video, so make sure you go and do that before we get started here today. Make sure you see your screen so you can follow along with me, and without further ado, let's get to it. All right, we are working in groups of 2 today, so we're doing some supersets. Your first exercise is going to be a sumo squat with a hammer curl. So coming down in your sumo squat, coming up and hammer curl. So body's angled slightly forward and you're keeping a slight bend in your knees when you come up so the tension stays on the glutes. Keeping the elbows where they are and just bringing the dumbbells up towards your shoulders.
As long as you can show me a good time. I don't need promises, honestly, no big deal. As long as you can show me a good time. I don't care.
Good, 15-second rest. Your second exercise is a back row with a tricep extension. So you're gonna be leaning over, back is nice and straight, leading with the elbows for a back row, locking the elbows where they are, then extending lower half of your arms for a tricep extension, bring them in and lower.
Just wanna dance, want a simple romance, nothing more, nothing less from you. No ties, no price, no need, so free. I don't care what you say, what you do, how you feel. As long as you can show me a good time. I don't need promises, honestly, no big deal. As long as you can show me a good time. I don't care.
Good, 15-second rest. We're gonna repeat those 2 before we move on. So getting ready for your sumo squat. So sumo squat, your feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width and your toes are pointed out on a diagonal. When you come down into your squat, you're coming all the way down. I'm not sitting way back here because that's gonna really hurt my knees. I'm leaning slightly forward so the tension is on my glutes. Coming up, keeping the tension on the glutes for a curl.
Show me a good time. If I wanted more than this, I'd love you until I'm gone. But you only get a sip, so show me a good time. I don't care.
Nice work. Getting ready for our back rows to tricep extension. You want to make sure that you're not using momentum here to do the tricep extension. It can be very easy to just kind of bob the body through this, but you want to keep this nice and still and just move those arms. Make sure you're really squeezing that back. Squeeze the lats, find that position, and then extend the arms. Good work. Moving on to our next set of 2 exercises. First up, you're gonna do a deadlift to a narrow squat. So feet about shoulder width apart, maybe slightly wider. Coming down for a deadlift, making sure we're not coming all the way down. just so our back's nice and flat. Coming up, dumbbells glide down the sides of your legs, sitting back into those heels for a narrow squat. Really make sure you're sitting into your heels for both movements here. Good. Your second exercise is going to be an overhead tricep extension. You can do this with both of your dumbbells or with one. Hands are gonna come up. You're gonna drop the dumbbell down, palms facing towards the ceiling. You're gonna keep these elbows where they are and extend the lower half of your arm, really squeezing that tricep. Nice job, 15-second rest, repeating those two again. So take this deadlift to squat nice and slow if you have to. I want you to really focus on form over the quantity of reps that you're getting in this interval. So sitting back into your heels, sending the booty back, using those glutes to stand up, then sitting back into the squat, making sure we're coming all the way down in the squat, pushing through those heels to stand up. Nice job. Last round of tricep extensions. If you're using 2 dumbbells and you're finding it hard to finish throughout the interval, drop it down to 1 and keep going. Nice job. All right, moving on. We're gonna do some side lunges with a side lateral raise. So holding your dumbbells, stance is nice and wide. You're gonna sit back into your heel. Holding the dumbbells, chest is lifted. Back into this lunge, through center, lateral raise. Other side, sit back, lateral raise. So your palms are facing towards the ground and hands are not coming higher than the shoulders, keeping a slight bend in your elbow. Think about leading that lateral raise with your pinkies. Good. Next up, we're gonna do a burpee with a renegade row. So the top of your burpee, shoulder press, come down, dumbbells down to the ground, jump it out into a plank, row one arm, row the other arm. In for a squat, don't hurt your back when you stand up, use those glutes. Shoulder press, down, flat plank, use that core. Good work. All right, we're gonna do those two again. Getting ready for those lunges. Keep that chest lifted, press through the heel. Nice deep lunges, couple more. Good work. All right, it's hard for me to talk through these burpees with the rows, so I'm gonna give you a couple tips now. If you cannot do the rows holding the dumbbells, forget the dumbbells, put your hands down flat on the mat. You can lift one hand up, other hand up. Then jump it in, grab your dumbbells to stand up for a shoulder press. When you're doing these rows, you don't want to sway the body here. You want to keep your torso facing the floor, everything nice and still. Don't forget to use those glutes to stand up. Don't lead with the lower back. Good work. Come to the ground. You're gonna need one dumbbell for this next exercise. Whew. We're gonna do jackknives holding the dumbbell. So everything meets at the top. You're gonna drop everything down to where you can keep your low back on the floor and then bring it up. If you want to add a little bit more spice to this exercise, you can add a crunch at the top, reach the dumbbell towards the toes. Good work. You're gonna need your other dumbbell. Come back on your back. We're gonna do a glute bridge with a chest press, nice and simple. Elbows are angled slightly downward. They're not directly out from our shoulders. Using the chest, sitting the weight into your heels, press the hips up, squeeze the chest, and lower down. Good, take a little rest down here. Get ready for those jackknives. Don't compromise your form here because it is a little bit of a harder exercise. Keep that low back on the floor. Take it nice and slow if you need to. Good, take a couple deep breaths. Getting ready for our chest press to glute bridge. Spend as little time at the bottom of this rep as possible. You want to keep time under tension as long as possible. So squeeze that chest as you push the dumbbells up. And press your hips as high as they can go. Don't forget to squeeze that booty. Good work. All right, last set, flip it over into tabletop. I left this set for last because it's an up and down set. Your first exercise is gonna be on the floor. Second exercise, we're gonna stand up. In a tabletop, you're gonna do alternating rows. So just sending the elbow back and putting it down and switching. You will feel this in your core as well. So same thing like when you were doing the rows in plank. We're not cheating this and lifting our body. Torso's staying facing the floor, and we're engaging our core. Good, stand it up. Next exercise, we're gonna do a reverse lunge on the right leg. So your right leg's gonna be your supporting leg. You're gonna step back into your lunge, hold, curl, coming up, bringing the knee up, or you can tap the toe to the floor. Down, lunge, curl, and up. Make sure the body stays angled slightly forward in your lunge. So the hinge point is your glute, and you're really feeling that glute fire up as you stand up. Don't forget to think about that core as you drive the knee up. Nice job. Back down. We're gonna do some more rows, then we'll do the other side, and then we're done. Think about driving with that elbow. Good. Last interval, we're gonna do the left side this time, so make sure you're switching legs. So this time you are stepping back with your right foot. So find this lunge position before you start your curl. And then really think about pushing through that left foot to stand up. That is it, guys. Great job. I hope you enjoyed this 20-minute full body strength workout. Don't forget to go and do your cool down after this. It's linked in the description. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.